Alright, we're testing this again. After I did a couple of things here on the background, just needed to concentrate accordingly for a moment there, so... Just let me know how it's sounding at this point here. 'Cause obviously I have no idea as of yet, so then let me grab the pop-out shit, because I'm probably going to need to alter the window here for YouTube. Oh my god, something went wrong. Yeah, shut up, YouTube. Chat link gets changed pretty much every time on that end of the spectrum there. Okay, so I do hear the mic on my side of the spectrum here. I do see the bars coming across for it. Let's just see if this time around having to deal with delays and whatnot. Hopefully not. Keyword here is hopefully, though. Wrong setting here, sorry. And as for music, what was it? Game Chops is what we've had going there. Okay, well, let's see how it all goes. Well, we got Slavia Praha next. That's fun and exciting, I'm sure. Especially as they play a 4-4-2 against us, that should be, you know, just tons of fun to deal with. Absolutely. Let me save real quick and then we will boot up the game. At this point, if the audio is delayed by a second, I apologize. It's just not going to probably be able to go into it and fix it until post-stream. So I'm just going to, you know, roll with it. Let it flow, see what happens, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, I tried basically just redoing all of the original settings I had before, and then changed, I think, one particular setting about the stream delays. Whew, that's a relief that it's actually back to normal then. So it did work on the one setting that I did change in that situation. Good. That is a relief. So with that in mind, we'll go ahead and just proceed to the first game here. As we are set to host at home for the Europa League. Alright. Highlight immediately off the jump here, okay. So, what are we up to? I guess a chance that goes wide, but that's a start. Estevão. Marco Tavares, not the best pass. Lukanic there with the cutoff. Treyes, Mabaya. Teams working their way through it. Rojas with a cross and Cho Sang-yon. There we go. That's a good start.
Outstanding.
Very nice. Big goals already here to kick us off the beginning of this. Another highlight immediately off kickoff. Now Slavia Praha trying to work their way through it, but good interception on their defensive end. Tayana not with the best pass there, unfortunately, but keeper manages to maintain it. Somolinos, Rojas, Estevão. Okay, Cho Sang-yon. Tavares breaking in on the run, and that's the start of the season. There we go.
Outstanding.
Right, a 2-goal salvo there in the first 10 minutes of the game. Solid start, to say the least. I mean, we're off to the races, so let's see here. Okay, Andars, Otientan, Mwanga, Falsey, Swedberg, Vitek. Oh, put a bro on the header. Oh, on the rebound. Thought I got lucky after that first one hit the post, but then just, yeah. Oh, it's not gonna be, I didn't expect it to be easy by any stretch. Just kind of a shame to give up a goal on the second shot that they've taken. Very FM-esque kind of goal there, but every so often we'll see something nutty like that in real life happen, and it's just like, oh, maybe it's just not just FM after all, kind of thing. Alright, so Boishado from the back here, chance to start it up. Okay, Somolinos to Mabaya, Cho Sang-yon, Estevão. Yep, back in sync indeed, and Cho Sang-yon getting it back for us. Yeah, sorry about that, Subatomic. Just the latency stuff was just annoying me to where, like, I need to fix this because otherwise I'm going to be bothered by it during that whole initial stream. So just redid all my settings and then added one extra thing to it, and it seems like we're back up and running now, which is good. So that said, we're leading by 2. Got a couple of guys that are tired and some that are not performing, so we'll make some substitutions here. So Treyes, I'm actually going to bring Estevão over to the left and have Jojic come in on the right. Bodobro will bring Michelsons in. For Somolinos, we'll bring Milostivo. And then for Rojas, we'll slide in Mabaya and then have Veerman come in. That should balance it out enough, and then, yeah, 4 substitutions, and then we save one for a case of injury. But yeah, things are good for the most part. Just, this is more so like an impromptu stream as a whole, so just decided to hop in and see what's happening with it. Play a couple games here. Try to get past, at the very least, the trade deadline for, the transfer deadline window. Brain's a North American mode, sorry. But yeah, get through December, get through January, get through the transfer deadline, and then just see what happens with where we are at in the season here. But very good first game to start it off here. 3-1. Big lead. Almost made it 4-1 with that one, but didn't quite grasp it. But yeah, we'll take the victory on that here whenever the game highlights come to an end. Stevon. Oh, what a dribble there. Almost has that, but Mabaya capitalizes it. Just adds a little caveat there. Makes it 4-1. Appreciated. Oh. I think I just need to refresh because I had the Brazil mod that I've been using for an offline save there, and that usually affects the ad boards and stuff, so I need to refresh that on that end of the spectrum. Frankfurt, nice. I know I did, like, my first experience with Germany at any point whatsoever was FM24 through Victoria Köln, and doing, like, an experimental save with that on the channel, which was pretty cool in terms of a challenge. I may do another one of those down the line before we switch over to FM25, but I need to figure out, like, what team I would be doing that with under the circumstances. But yeah, rough on the preseason stuff with an ACL injury, especially brutal. Hopefully, yeah, you don't run into the issues with more like injuries and what have you before the season even kicks off. That's never fun. From the looks of it, we did secure a playoff spot off of that win. Once the schedule update here happens, we will really check into that. But it looks like it's us, Olympiacos, Fenerbahce, Omonois, Zagreb, Rangers. So just a bunch of teams basically are like, okay, yeah, you're playoff confirmed. It's just a matter of who makes top 8 and then tour on that second window that played the knockout playoff game. So, but hey, a playoff appearance is good because they are expecting us to make it to the quarterfinals of the Europa League in this run around. So we got some expectations with this. Conference League for the league path. Yep. Nice. Keeping busy then, basically, between continental play as well as with the Bundesliga side of the spectrum. Fun stuff. Are you taking more of a local approach to players, or just kind of keeping it to like German-based only, or are you kind of exploring also with foreigners and whatnot? Just because I know Germany doesn't have they have a lot more leniency on the registration rules compared to a ton of other countries, so. Chilsanyon, great stuff from him. Our balance continues to grow with these wins. Love it. Frankfurt, I think is what he said, CG. But, alright, so we got Vizela next, and they're second place in the league right now. So, we got a toughie in front of us here. They've been playing well. Hopefully we can continue to keep our form in Liga Portugal and then just stay on top of it. Boyshut was a West Ham target. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of interest in some of our players here. Like, again, Boyshut was a guy that we got in Season 8. Nearly 30 million, but he did help us win a Europa Conference League when we did get him. So, the minimum I'm even considering, like if teams start approaching us with pitches for him, like it's gonna need to be like twice this amount if they need to even come close. Like I will risk upsetting my own players if it means keeping the talent around for trying to make a European title run. Like, if the offer isn't good, then yeah, it's not worth just selling for the sake of selling. Nice. Was it like a situation where they were up 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, something akin to that, and then you just kind of turn it around in the second half? Okay. So Vizela next, and then Santa Clara and the Allianz Cup after that, which should conclude the third round at that point. And then let me just make sure that, yeah, we're back on caching. Great. Send the assistant. Ah, nice, nice. There you go, then. Good stuff. Making it happen. Ooh, nice. There you go, then. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I've been hearing good things about him too, like here and there, so. I mean, at 25, getting a chance to drive accordingly, yeah. I mean, in real life, he's what, at 22, 23 goals in like 40 or so appearances for Frankfurt so far, so. I remember Marmouche specifically from FM because for a while there I was playing in a network save with a bunch of other North American content creators, and we were playing in the CPL, and Marmouche was one of the guys that usually would show up just because he holds Canadian citizenship as well. Not that we could bring him into the league by any stretch, just on reputation, but it was always intriguing to see a couple of these guys that were like dual citizens and how those worked out, so. Yeah, I mean, it can be surprising for sure on that end of the spectrum too, and sometimes you find out stuff from like your family's end of the spectrum in terms of ancestry and the like that can be a bit surprising as well. I'm a little more disconnected from my biological father's side of the family, but then I found out literally like a year and a half ago that apparently I'm like in like a 1/16 Japanese, just because on his side of the family, his grandparents, one of them, I believe, was a Japanese refugee that came to Brazil and then married the Brazilian grandfather of the bunch, and then that was sort of how that happened. So that's a little bit nutty in that particular extent. But of course, that's like super tiny compared to being like half of, like, as I mentioned, like half Egyptian, half Canadian, like in Mahmoudi's case, or part Jamaican, like you just said. So. In the meantime, game against Vizela. There it is, you're just kind of killing them. Oh, I always do like the aesthetic more often than not when folks are usually watching people stream FM, that they'll have like FM on another window entirely if they're dual monitoring it and such. Oh, it always makes for fun. Just that way you're kind of hearing about people's saves as well as playing your own. Alright, so we've got our lineup set here. Vizela is on deck. Alright. I try to differentiate on my saves, but admittedly, I have been a big Estevo merchant throughout FM24 for sure, in terms of getting him on my teams, no matter what could be done. So, it's been interesting. Okay, so Vizela. We are at their ground too, so interesting. Zatterstorm, yeah, I never got him, but I remember seeing him. I think it was when I was playing in my Norwegian save last year in FM23, like here and there. But he was solid from what I could recall. Okay. Yeah, something is going on with the ad boards. I'm not sure why they're not showing up the way that they normally should, even after I did all the graphics refreshes. Maybe I need to clear the cache. That could possibly be it as well. I mean, regardless, team hasn't been playing well so far, so kind of pathetic. Like, please get it together. Yeah, this has been a bad game so far. Try to inspire a lot. As we get an injury that's just happened. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's do this. Let's switch it up to our usual 4-2-3-1 that we usually play. And then yeah, Slight Tavares to the DM role. Yeah, Treyes up front. Yeah. Jojic is kind of our main ROM tutor role. Let's see. Smolinos has been bad. Michosens can come in for him. There we go. Get stuck in. Step up more. There we go. See if we can turn this around. Okay, free kick. That could be a chance here. Okay, yes, sends it outside. That's not ideal. I think with Jonathan David, it's just maybe there's been offers, but then Leo just hasn't accepted them. Rodrigo Matos with the goal here to draw it. Let's go.
Outstanding.
Could happen in January, who knows? Or it could just be that there may have been offers for him, but then Jonathan Davis just like, no, I'm happy being here. Which, considering the amount of playing time that he gets there in that situation, I would just reckon that's got to be ideal for a guy like him that's wanting to not only be able to play at all times, but also play for the sake of like maintaining himself to like be able to play for country on top of getting like a major role within his club rather than. Okay, we'll get Tayana in. Jojic, okay, Sunsapel can slide in for him. Let's see if we can get the game-winning goal here with these. Yeah, it could be biased too. Who knows? Okay, Treyes. Let's go for a pass here, buddy. Thank you. Yeah. Sunsapel, I don't get that pass choice in particular, but we still have the ball at least. And is Sung Yung on side? That's the question now. Flag staying down. I think he's on. Let's go.
It's a goal.
Goal horn for this one. He just snuck in kind of perfectly on that one if the ref didn't see anything wrong with it. I'm kind of curious as to the line itself. Oh, just like a half step beforehand. That was perfectly played actually by him. Right, not the best start, but shift in tactics and the like, and it seems like we could be getting away with it. We could be getting away with it. Perfect. Right, big win for us here. That keeps us first on the table. Vizela, they are 4 points away with this loss that they took. I'm in season 9 right now on this one. Actually, let me add that to the description too, just in case. I haven't set up the Twitch commands and stuff for the explanation of the save. It's something that I have to do in due time, but hip injury 4 to 8 months. We'll send him to a specialist for 4 months, but that just could be the rest of the season for him. That's unfortunate for Joey, but he is old, such is life sometimes. But a hip injury is tough, and not in a good way. Let me do this real quick here. Let me just clear cache. And just do the reload one more time. Meantime, I do have to use the restroom really, really quickly here, so I will be back in 5 minutes or so. I'm going to run ads over on both of these in the meantime, just to get them out of the way. And I'll be back shortly on that. And yeah, bad hip injury could definitely do that. So yeah, putting on ads, going to the restroom. I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. So we'll run ads in the meantime here while that's done. All right, done. Right, cool. We should be back. Cool, we are back. Perfect. On all ends of the spectrum, which is great. And in the meantime here... Hey, the timing worked out. That's good to know. So, in the process here, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Right, so Santa Clara next in the Allianz Cup portion. They are in the second tier, so we should be in a good place here to be able to win against them, but just always on the spectrum of never underestimate your opponents, just because with FM, sometimes you just never know what could happen. So, better safe than sorry. We'll play a good mixture of starters. We do need to have at least like 2 under 21s involved in the lineup, so Caetano needs to come in for this one, and then I believe gets Alai in, and then between him and Milostivo, we should have the coverage we need for the requirements on that. I'll probably let Diogo Pinto also start this one too, just because it is a cup game, so let him get a bit of a limelight and not risk our starting goalie through injuries and what have you, so... Moving on. One sec here. I'm just double checking the audio settings here and before bringing the music back up. One sec. In the meantime, let me just do the training stuff. Victor Gomes injured, but I don't think he's playing in the main team, so hopefully he'll be okay. I'll keep things as they are here and adjust the lineup once we get to the game itself to start. Hey Benny, how are ya? Hope all is well there, man.
You had to check.
You just yeah, I'm trying to get it to where the music settings are not interfering. If I need to listen to anything else come up, prompts and stuff like that, without being on the same channel, since this is streaming over to YouTube, I can't really use the iTunes and like Spotify kind of stuff, just because that's an easy catch by the copyrights over there. Rather not risk it if it can be helped. So that's fair, yeah. Nice. Glad to hear that. Extremely glad to hear that. Way to go, FM16 on that regard. So average intake from the looks of it for our youth assessments right now, but that could turn out to be like one very good person and then just a bunch of scrubs. You never know. Ooh, that's a big result there, especially against big set of results, especially against Japan. To draw against their U23s as Hong Kong, that's nutty in a good way. Kudos. Very nice. There you go. Yeah, it's alright. It happens. We have people from all walks of life here on that end of the spectrum. Young, old, in between. And then yeah, Kiwa. We'll bring him in for this one since he needs to be a little bit more, a little more sharpness in him. Yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, I think we meet the qualifications for the U21 side of the spectrum here, so... You young whippersnapper. I'm trying to think, 2016 for me. Because it would have been November too that it did come out as well, so... But then again, like, I didn't play FM until I was in the FM21 cycle, but age-wise I would have been pretty much... I would have been 28 going on 29, Benny, since they usually have November launches for it, and my birthday is like late November, so yeah, 28, 29 rate, so we're at that same age range, basically. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, I'm starting to see a couple of strands on mine are starting to do that now, which at this point, like, I've just grown to accept it. Like, it's gonna come sooner or later anyways. Let's do the most with it. Like, I'm not overly torn up about it at this point. I'll just let it happen naturally and then rock it accordingly, I guess. Worst comes to worst, if I really feel like I'm in the mood to, like, no, I still need to have some color in my hair, I can just dye it again or something. Whatever. Yeah, I don't understand what's happening with the ad boards just showing me the UEFA Europa League stuff, even though we're not, like... Do I need to, like, exit out of FM and then come back into it to reset it again? Because I did clear everything out and clear the cache and everything else too, so... Just a minor nuisance, nothing too crazy to it. We'll finish this game out and then I can take that step. In the meantime though, Santa Clara definitely giving us a bit of a fight here so far. Whoa, Nelly. Yeah, they're coming close. They've got chances. Let's make some further have the assistant help us with some further opposition adjustments. Sunsapel, Stevo. Okay, a little back and forth here. Salai has kind of a wide open lane and just wastes that. Like, there's a reason why he doesn't start. Like, these are the sort of shots that he should be making if he's making those kind of runs into the box. I'm far from pleased from what I've seen from this team. Like, you need to be better than this. Like, even though we're rotating the line up a little bit for this one, like, you should be better than a second tier team. Simikas can come in now that we've fulfilled all the requirements and stuff. Tayana as well, since Rojas is on a yellow. And then actually, yeah, we'll keep those as it is, and then any further adjustments we can make them later. Nice, nice, nice. Because there's definitely some stuff from the old age that still holds up incredibly well to this day. So I hear it. Ooh, that was a close call. Alright, last 10 minutes we can make some more substitutions. So Sapel slides in, Chosanyon comes in, yes, and then we'll save one in case of injury, as always. Ah, so she's stuck in toxicity hell. That's unfortunate. Oh boy. Whew. Yeah, this was not a good game from us. We're very lucky that we got out with a draw with the way that we played. But we do advance due to goal differential, so I'll take it. We are headed to the Allianz Cup semifinal with this, and we get a nice payday out of it, which is pretty cool. So we get Famalicão in the semifinal, and then the other semifinal is Mafca versus Benfica. So if we win against Famalicão, we're likely getting Benfica in the final. That sounds about right. I mean, to be fair, dating a League player isn't necessarily what I'd call the problem. It's them playing League after you start dating them that I think becomes the particular issue there, that one has to course correct sooner rather than later. Just change up a couple things here just to add match reviews and stuff. Okay. In the meantime, let me save real quick, and then I'm just going to do a quick refresh by getting out of the game and then rebooting it back up just to see if that gets the ad boards to return to some semblance of normality here. Actually, I'm going to make sure the recycle bin also doesn't have the files there anymore, so it's not like trying to read them still. Plus space for my hard drive to deal with, which is always nice. So, yeah, won't take too long here. Just a quick getting out, getting back on. You'll just get to see my background for a couple of seconds here, I guess, as I reboot it up. Nice. It's a good game, so hopefully you both have fun with that. Definitely, Kirby games in general, I think, fall under that parameter to an extent, so... Reboot it back up. There we go. I appreciate you all sticking with me through all sorts of technical difficulties throughout the course of today here so far into this one, so thank you, thank you. Oh, it's the ad board situation that's still all goofy accordingly, so I just had to do a quick reboot on it. There we go, we're back. And I mean, if it's still causing issues, then yeah, I'll just play with it as it is and then just figure out what's happening post-stream. We've still got plenty of work to do. We've still got a couple of games to get through to get out of December to begin with, let alone get into January. And that whole transfer, the open transfer market situation. So... Okay, so I mean, we did achieve a club vision objective of challenging in a domestic cup competition by making the semis of the Allianz Cup, so good for us on that. In general, through the save, I've been competitive with the team in terms of challenging for trophies. It just wasn't until last season that we finally managed to win a couple between the Portuguese Cup and then the Europa Conference League title, so... But a bro has been doing great in his training. Like, this is a kid that cost me money as well from initial sale. We had the kind of, his transfer stuff was like a lot of installments for the next 2-3 seasons, but completely worth it. He's been a gem for us so far into the season here. And as it turns out, he can kind of play all across the left wing, like no matter which position. So we've even been playing him slightly forward at times. Which, speaking of, that's what I meant to do with him, getting him trained as a winger as well. Just because he has some good stats to be like an offensive weapon, as well as holding his end on the defensive end. So. Boom, boom. Oh, excuse me. Right, so we're switching to the big boys here. Vitória de Guimarães is our next game. Let's do the presser real quick here, just to... Three to 4 weeks, pulled knee ligaments, and it's our starting keeper. Come on, man. Oh, that's rough. Okay, Mikkelsen, get in here, buddy. It's between you and Pinto, and personally, I like you a little bit more. Not by much, but a little bit more. We'll see which one of you two earns it at this point to be the starting keeper over the next couple of weeks. I will rotate. Thankfully, there's no Europa League games in sight here. For the rest of the month at least, but that is... ugh. Yeah, Boishiro's out due to injury. Yeah. We've got our other keepers already locked and loaded here. All right. And let's get started. Yeah, Guimarães has been a tough opponent in general throughout my time on this save. I want to say it was 2 seasons ago where we had like a crazy cup game against them in which the penalty shootout was like an 11-10 affair. I'll find the game after this, but it was nuts. in terms of just everything that went down within it. Yeah, Never quite a team that you want to sleep on because they can catch you by surprise very, very easily. Ooh, okay, ball got punched out. Okay, yes, with a chance in it. Back to Rojas, Samolinos, Lukanic. They're just going to reset at this point. I think the highlight's pretty much over. Huh. I guess it's not. Cho Sang-yeon. Oh, let's go.
Outstanding.
Oh, that is a phenomenal goal there. I was not expecting that to go down the way it did, but I'm happy. Let's go. Okay, Tavares. Okay, yes. Just put it wide. Oh, that's a bad pass. Horrible pass. Ugh. I don't know what he was thinking on that one at all. Like, but bro, you're supposed to know better, man. Like, come on, you had another option, like, right much nearer to you than the goalie on that one. I had the point of FM goals. Yeah. Yeah. And it is our backup keeper too, so I am keeping that under consideration as well, but just it's tough when those happen. Okay, Tayana with a good header to get it out of there. Stevon picking it up. He has a chance to make a run here. Opts to not make that run. But good interception there. Sang-yeon. Stevon there to follow it up after the tackle. The passing needs to get better. It just does. That's just a bad penalty kick to give. Not opponent, sorry. Just on the tactics side of the spectrum. I'm just going to make these changes now because I know we're going to need them. The passing needs to be a little more direct. We've given way too many short passes that they've been able to intercept very easily, so try to change that. Mikkelsen with the save, though. All right, all right. Good old ball don't lie situation there. Mabaya, Stevon. Oh, what a shot in Tavares there to... I thought it was Tavares, but I guess they are calling it a possible own goal. No, it's offside. Damn it. Oh, man. That makes no sense, though. Why would they call an own goal and then call it back as an offside situation? Like, what is this? Stevon almost scored a banger, though. That's unfortunate that did not go in for him. And he almost gets a bicycle kick. My God. If that had gone in. Lukanic, Tavares. We need to make some substitutions though for sure here. A couple of guys are like running on tired. Like Zinstevo, he's had a couple of attempts but just not a good game for him in general. So we'll bring Sumsapel in to help things out. Bro, not the best game for him. So Ruiz, actually. Yeah, Patsky Ruiz can come in for him. Milos Chivo for Tayana. And then Matos Fortes. Alright, we got a chance here still. It's a 1-1 draw. Anybody's game to turn it around here. Ruiz. Corner kick. Can't get it to Sangyun, but Sumsapel's there to pick it up. Low cross. Oh, Tavares. Is there another chance here? Okay, one more highlight. So possibly one more chance. Rojas. Mabaya. Back to Somolinos. Sumsapel. Mabaya. Good 1-2. Good 1-2 there from them. Tavares. There he is. The prospect getting it done. He had one come back, but he manages to get one at the death here for us. Huge. Massive stuff from him. And we survive. To be honest, that was a game of survival there with the penalty in the middle of the second. That didn't work, the missed chances, and then we managed to come through. So that's a big 3 points for us here, even though we didn't play all that well at times. That will keep us at the top of the table here, 36 points. Porto and Benfica are starting to come up now, finally. We've been expecting them. Alright, we keep on moving though. Braga is next, and they're in 11th right now, but again, this is a fairly big team in Portugal, so I'm just not like underestimating them by any stretch. Actually, I just realized because I do have Opera GX, I can just use the browser sounds to go to Opera instead of Chrome. That way I can just hear stuff on Chrome whenever it pops in. Yeah, that should work out. Let me just readjust the sound settings here in a moment. Yeah, it just hit me all of a sudden that I could have just done this. But yeah, it's a shame about the Stevon bicycle kick not going in. That would have been phenomenal if it did. Like, that would have been definitely, like, clip worthy for sure to go on the channel here just for the pop off out of it. So Julian Finger. Okay, so we got a couple of loans ending between Maboka and Keane, so yeah, we got a couple of guys that are on loan. Olivier Maboka is one I've been waiting on. He does have a good amount of potential as a possible striker, just needs some time to develop here as a whole. Though I think at this point he is ready at the very least to like step in and probably play like some cup games for us if we don't loan him out again. So so Pinto, Mikkelsons. Yeah, we'll give Pinto a shot at the game here. We're going to be, as mentioned, like rotating the goalies and stuff. Marcos Antonio. Okay, look interesting. You are 31, though. You are super old, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, no worries at all, CG. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate it, man. We'll see you around. Take care. Kopata is a little too old. A little too old for my liking on his side, but Boda Bro is doing well under training. He's developing. We may need to give him a game at the attacking midfielder left position as well. Just let him stretch out his wings a little bit at the position, since he's good at it, but just hasn't had as much experience with it as he has been at left back. So might be worth a look. We shall see. And then have actually, yeah, have Tsimikas come in and play a game. Have the old man back up the younger one. Let's save it and then we will get started. All right. Alright, and we're off to the races here. We are at home against Braga for this one. Our boards are messed up, but it's fine at this point. I'm not even paying mind to it. Probably have to change something within the game to get those adjusted accordingly. I don't know what it is, but Braga with the early chances against us here. Temkas crosses it. Diana can't get his head into it though. But a pro with the pickup. Crosses it himself. Mabaya just a bit outside on that one. Ooh. Right, we're getting our chances here. Stevel, low cross. Nobody can get a foot on it. Goes for a corner though. Oh man, that was a chance for somebody to be a hero here. Chosanyon can't quite get that cross to go through. Simkas, shot gets blocked. Rojas there with the pickup though, and the highlight's over. But we are on knocking on the door at this point. Lukanic, long distance and right onto Bejeda's arms. Right, it's a free kick here. Lukanic passes it, and Tavares, after the border pro pass, gets it up. It's a 1-0 game. Let's go. What a sequence there. Lukanic, quick little pass, bro, and then Tavares just from the inside of the box here before the defenders even had any chance to react whatsoever. And we go into the half with the 1-0 lead. Alright, Bejeda there on the goal kick for Braga. Boots that one up. Good heading there from our side of the spectrum. But a pro, big pass there. Tavares. 2-0. Is he on though? That is the question. He's on. Let's go.
Outstanding.
But a pro with his second assist here, and Tavares with his second goal of the game. Beautiful, beautiful work. Chosanyon on the corner. Mabaya almost gets that. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit less power, probably. Setting it upwards. But Braga with a chance here on the corner themselves. Good header to keep it away. They're forced to reset it. Good cross on their side. They just couldn't connect it on target, but Tayana might be a little bit injured here, so let's take him out before it becomes something super serious. Milostivu can come in for him. Joseru can come in for Mabaya, who is a little bit tired. Chosanyon hasn't been having the best of days in front of the net, so Sunsapel can substitute for him. Let's see here. Holding on to the result from the looks of it. Another big win if that is the case. Okay, keeping things afloat. Oh, that's a good bit of passing from them here, but the defense is right on it. Goal kick for us. That ends it. And that's going to be another solid win in the books. Marco Tavares with a brace on this one. But a pro with the 2 assists. Phenomenal win for us. we keep our foot in the gas here on the league table. Diana's out for 2 to 3 weeks with pulled knee ligaments, so same as Boishadow's injury. Thankfully, we took him out before it could probably get worse, I would think, but still tough nonetheless. Yep, but a bro showing pleasing progress, which is great. Well, we at least are getting through December here, so all right. So, Cole Eastrope, good winger, but he is expensive, so most likely not somebody that we're gonna be after unless like one of our guys gets bought for big money and we have to accordingly. Kane, I'm gonna see if I can extend his loan because if there's interest, he is not a guy that's in our immediate plans for the future here. I do want to see if Gyökeres wants to. He's still keeping his options open until the end of his current deal. Rip. I'm gonna keep trying. January. We'll see if we can get him to agree come January to a deal. But yeah, after the Aroka game, that's when the transfer window will open. All right. Usually between the end of the months and the start of it is when the transition takes a little bit longer, so we're just waiting on that to happen. Excuse me. Ooh. Okay, yeah, so Keen's deal, yep, we're extending it, great. That way you can continue to get experience elsewhere. And then Marc-Olivier Maboka will be back with us here after a pretty good season on his end of the spectrum with his original team. Since we got him, we signed him and then did a loan back deal with his original team. So he's had a solid season so far. 18 goals, 11 assists between League and Cup for Fovo Club over in Cameroon. So all right, onwards to January. Hey, rock and roller, good to see you. Save has been going pretty well so far here on our side of the spectrum. Just getting through the first half of it right now. This for December, so far into it, we're leading we're leading Liga Portugal at the moment. We're headed towards the 6th round of the Taça de Portugal, the Portuguese Cup, and then we've been doing pretty well in Europa as well. So, been a good first half to the season, but the January window's coming up. There's been some interest from some of the bigger clubs onto key players of my team, so we'll see how that whole month pans out and who they try to go after and what have you. So, dealing with that as it comes. But thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hopefully all is well there. It's got to be late for you at this point though, right? Just because I think between me, where I'm at in the Western US, to most of Europe at this point, it's like 6 to 7 hours, maybe 8 differential, just depending on where you all are at. So I'm not as familiar with which time zones touch each of the European countries, to be exact. I'm not sure like which, like if UTC applies for a majority of Western Europe or just parts of it and what have you. So I'm looking this up now, actually, come to think of it. Okay, so 1 a.m. there for you right now, I'm assuming? At least that is what Google's saying, but figure I'd confirm since daylight savings and whatnot can affect that as well. 1 a.m. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because for me it's just past 5 p.m. on my side, so it is at this point, yeah, 8 hours difference. Right. Okay, so finances wise, we're in a pretty good place. Not a lot of expenditures this month compared to the previous month, but we're still pinging on pretty healthy. Windows are opening here for teams. Just answer these questions really quickly here. Yeah, just to show it off, like pretty decent first half here. From September onwards, we kind of just locked in accordingly. Zapalo, hello, good to see you. Hopefully all is well with you. And then, yeah, so far into the first half kind of the season here, doing well in Liga Portugal, but Porto and Benfica are starting to come up right behind us, so that's going to be a challenge. In terms of the Europa League, 2 more games to play, but I feel pretty confident we can lock up a top 8 spot, so long as we don't drop any games. And then we've got Porto coming up for the 5th round of the Taça de Portugal, the Portuguese Cup, and then Famalicão in the semi-final of that. So it's going to be a busy January throughout with all the competitions. So we just got to put our best foot forward here and do what we can. Yeah, I just don't want the Aroca game to kind of be like a trap game for us before we face Porto in the Portuguese Cup game. We are the defending champions of that one too this year, so I'm trying to retain it if I can help it. So on my end of the spectrum, I've mostly am on YouTube. I stream every once in a blue moon. I did the history of Football Manager, I guess, video. That might be the one that most people in the community know me from last November. So I also just shout into the ether a lot on Twitter, so that could be possibly where you may have seen me from too. So NACL could be as well if following more on the streaming side of the spectrum, but yes, I have a mixture of both the Zealand's that he did, the one that Zealand was using in his stuff a while back, and then I did find what I think, yeah, yours specifically, just because I didn't want a lot of duplicates, since a lot of the saves that I play tend to be more, I kind of go heavy on the amount of players that are available, so I figured the mixture of the two face packs would be ideal to not have duplicates lying around. But yeah, it's really fun. I appreciate the hard work done on that. It's pretty great. It's definitely cannot be easy by any stretch to work on that sort of stuff. So yeah, the hard work is incredibly appreciated. Okay, so they want to increase the transfer budget, which I am fine with, but by how much are we increasing it to? Okay, from 1.21 to 3.65. Okay, that's a pretty good balance to work with there. All right. Just 3 million is fine. That way we have a little bit more on the payroll budget to work with as well, in case certain guys want pay increases and stuff. But yeah, NACL would be the other one. Streaming wise, that would be the big one as well, since I was a part of that along with Fletch, Dill, Biz, Caffeine, Honey Badger, and FGS, and Stick Piano as well. I think I remembered everybody. I think. Okay, so yeah, we'll take him on trial. I'm just kind of curious to see how he is. Ah, gotcha. No, I haven't seen that as of yet. Interesting. I'm in a good place with what I have currently in terms of using it, just to not, like, at least in terms of, like, how to use it, how to plug it in, if I need to make new ones and stuff. Like, it's cool that people are still, like, making, like, a ton of faces and stuff, but sometimes you are playing, like, far enough into the future where just 55k faces might not be enough, especially if they can't be, like, duplicated, or you can't incorporate other faces into it anymore either. So it's just we've figured our ways around SI and their new gen faces being less than stellar. Let's just say it like that. But in the meantime here, so Elton looks decent from just the first look at it, but we'll let him, we'll make him available for the U23s. Just to let him play it out and then see how he looks. Steven's developing, which is good. Marcos Antonio looks okay, but at 31 I'm afraid that he's gonna drop off a little bit, and then the amount that he wants per week is also a little much, a little too rich for my blood right now. Let me see recovery. Yep, there we go. Just wanted to change that. Okay, Boyshido at the very least is almost recovered from his injury, which is good. we'll let Mabuka get his debut as well since he's officially back from loan. I do want to see what he's made of a little bit. Yeah, I believe it. It can't be easy keeping up with it, especially. And then, yeah, with 25, the uncertainty of what's going to be moddable and what won't be with the new engine coming up too. Just a lot of factors to consider. Yeah. That's fine. We'll settle with this particular lineup side here for now, and the next game around we'll switch to the one that we're most familiar with. Right now we're 9 seasons into it. Last season was the first time we won any silverware. We won the Portuguese Cup and we won the UEFA Europa Conference League. So 2 titles. Porto beat us to the Allianz Cup, and then we've been hanging around between 3rd and 4th in the league table for the past 3 seasons. This is the first one where we've sort of had a breakout moment where we're actually leading the table. So this could be the year where we actually finally dethrone Porto and Benfica from sort of their monopoly on the Portuguese league itself. But it's a wait and see on that. But for the first half of it, so far so good. Ideally, I would love to win the Liga Portugal this season, mainly just because it would guarantee me the entry into the Champions League side of the spectrum for qualifications, which for a club that's still kind of on the rise, the money is really, really good once you get into these higher European competitions, just to make sure that the club is in a financial situation where we can fund things like, the training ground improvements, youth facilities, etc., etc. So, but so far in the season, pretty good. Let's see how we do against Aroca. Yeah, I can. Once we wrap up with the game here, I can definitely go through the lineup one by one and kind of show who are our star guys at the moment and who we may have on the come up as well. Because we've definitely been recruiting them a little bit on the younger side of the spectrum to get them to grow with the team, with a couple of veterans sprinkled in. Kiwo is a backup center forward for us, but him getting injured, not ideal here, so I'm going to bring Nikita Michosons, who is a Latvian defender. He was in the Wonder Kids, the next gen 50 for Wonder Kids last season around, ranked in the top 15 of them, so really, really good and still has potential to grow into an even better player. Marco Tavares is what I'd argue is our star player at the moment, came from the academy, has been really, really growing into the game recently, just phenomenal work. He is a little bit injury prone, unfortunately, that's the only downside, but besides that, he's got the makings of a really good playmaker for us at any point here. Cho Sun-yoon, Korean prospect as well that we found lying around in Incheon United. We've had him for about 2 seasons now. He's getting interest from a lot of big European teams, so we could be losing him in this window, but he was kind of an essential reason why we won the Europa Conference League last season with him at the helm. He was like a 20-plus goal scorer for us. Besides that, Stevon, who's growing pretty well in the role. He was kind of lingering at Palmeiras for a while. We brought him in this season. He's been doing well into it. We also have Christopher Borapro, who we brought in last season during the January window. During the September window, after we had to sell our starting left back at the time. We used the funds to get him. I just like the fact that he is still young, learning, and can play the left wing pretty much offense or defense so far into it. So he's pretty good. Another prospect that is intriguing is for us is Matos Milostivo. He also came through the academy Very, very tall. Still a raw prospect as a whole, but I'm giving him more game time this season just to try and start to getting him to develop besides being just a set pieces merchant with his heading and jumping reach. So those are a couple of the highlights. And then we have our goalie who's injured, our starting goalie who's injured right now, who came from a French second league team, and then he was just great. Oh, I can hold on. No worries. Let's see. In the meantime. To the subs, and once we get to the half here, I'll go over more of the lineup and the players. Not much has happened this game so far anyway, so yeah, even on shots and such. Okay, perfect. We just got to the half. Not much has happened, but as for the team itself here, let me just click on us real quick. So we have a couple of other guys. Hinetayana, decent as well. Swiss Portuguese. Good physicals. Decent on the mentals. The injury to him kind of sucks, but he should be back in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So he's a good defensive option for us as well. We're kind of stacked on the defensive ends, which is good in case we lose somebody. Where is he? Hold on. And then this is the keeper that I was talking about, our starting keeper usually. We brought him in from Le Havre on Ligue 2, basically a season and a half ago at this point. He's been kind of a rock for us as the starting keeper, and he's starting to get a little bit of interest from some of the English clubs as well. Most of the team and the makeup for it has been very much like 18 to 25-year-olds comprising the core of it, just because I think I can grow them together and kind of and just in general kind of keep cycling it, especially since when we started the save, the club was in the 4th tier of Portuguese football, and we started climbing with them gradually for that. So a lot of it has just been trying to find bargain buys, selling them at a high price if teams came looking for them, and then just continuing to increase the overall balance of the club. That way we can improve just in general all of our facilities and stuff. We still got a ways to go on that. Well, we've been working on getting the training facilities and the youth facilities up to par. We need to start working a little bit more on getting the coaching and recruitment up as well, just so that way we also have academy guys that are good enough to play at this level that we can either integrate into the team or sell off for profit at some point or another. So that's the strategy behind it, really. I haven't really gone into a season going like, oh, I'm going to go for broke and buy a bunch of like decently reputational guys that could help me win a Champions League or something like that at this point. We're not there just yet. Okay. Team's pressing here at the very least. Roca, possible counter-attack from their side of the spectrum. Oh. I guess Rosero's getting a second yellow for that. That's unfortunate. So here's what we're gonna do then. For now, Jojic will go on the defensive, and then just have us kind of play with a man down like this. Hopefully. The highlight looked like it was going to be decent for us initially, but then just didn't quite work out that way. Not the best throw-in. And we got lucky that just hit the post. Sometimes it is better to be lucky than good, though, so I will take that. But a bro, Chung Son-yun. Oh! That was right in the post, too. One post for them, one post for us. I guess that's fair. Let's see. So, Jojic. Let's make some substitutions here. We probably need, like, an anchor DM at this point. So... we will bring in Milostivu up for that. And then Ruiz. And then Stefan up front. Actually, I switched them around. And then the original role on this was as a poacher, so... Alright. We should at least be equipped for a draw at this point. With the way we're set up. Oh! And there it is. Milosti was kind of a threat in these corner situations there. Just hits the post on that one, unfortunately. Yes. Sumsapel. Oh, Son Yun. Let's go.
It's a goal.
I thought with the way that he was rising that it was Jude that was going to get to it first. But I guess Joe Son Yun just found this position and just stuck to it there as everybody else missed the jump. I'm good with it. Just a couple minutes here. Hold on to your nerves. Whew. Not a win that I would say we deserved, but we escaped with one. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, or to have these sort of opportunities where you capitalize on the one goal, even though everything else is going wrong. So, gives us another 3 points here, which is great. Growing straight for Kiwa is not ideal, but 4 to 5 weeks, we'll let him recover accordingly. Josero is suspended for the next game of the league, but we do have the Portuguese Cup game next, so let me just answer these real quick. And then we go to Porto next. Yeah, and it's the game is at Porto too for the cup game, so that's gonna be a little bit rough, but we'll see how we handle it on our side. It is the start of the transfer window in Portugal officially now, so open for business and what have you. Then what was it the assistants were saying on our squad planner in terms of like what positions we could use a little bit of boost to? We'll go back to our original 4-2-3-1 that we play. So Chosanyo's already starting to get offers, and some of these are not hitting the marker at all. So I'm gonna just start. No status is set for him as of yet, so I'm trying to see if I can get into negotiations with him for long-term stuff. Okay. Like, I'm giving you the max that I can on all of these. Like, if we win all these trophies, I am willing to pay you handsomely. So long as you just let me, negotiate accordingly here, in good faith and stuff. Minimum of 50 if I can help it. If there's a relegation, you can go for like 10. Sell-on fee, we'll give you like 5% of it. I can't do a yearly salary raise. Okay, we might have a contract in hand for Cho San-yon. If he accepts it, that gives us way more leverage in terms of possible moves and whatnot. Whew, that's a bit of a relief. He looks interesting. Alright. Acknowledged. Okay. Elton, yeah, we have him on trial right now. A couple of interesting folks that are showing up on the list here in terms of recommended. Super expensive, though, for a couple of these guys, unfortunately. Fajeda, let's scout him in full since he's coming up on the radar. Neil Hoskins with Man City. Looks like an interesting right wing situation, but we do have a couple of guys already there that can play the position. Be more so trying to strengthen the left side more than anything. This one looks interesting from a left-hand side perspective. Get a full scouting report on them just to make sure that everything's up to date with it. Worth a shot. Milan making an offer, which, no. That's weak. No, thank you. Just to give us room for his extension if he decides to sign it. And if he doesn't, we'll just slide it right back to have a little more transfer budget to work with. Wait and see approach. All right. Yeah, so Milostivo is starting to grow into the role, which is great because, again, young prospect, need to get him some playing time so that way he can start developing all his skills. Right, so 5th round of the Taça de Portugal incoming. This is a Porto team that, by the way, has players such as Ansu Fati on their team, and Jonah Kusiasare is there as well. Needless to say, I hate it here. Roland Diamonde. Guess we've had him for a while and just haven't really played him. He's just been a part of the B team. Did he come from our academy? He did. We don't really use him, so sure. It's not even much, but yeah, Porto has been a problem throughout this entire save file. They have been kind of the dominating force throughout the entirety of Portugal. They did a treble like 2-3 seasons prior to this one here as well, so because of signings like the ones I mentioned. So we're playing against Olhanense or Vitória de Guimarães if we do manage to get past Porto in this next round. So well, we're gonna see. Could be likely the winner of this match might end up winning the whole thing. Who knows? We did win it last year, so we do have the defending champions kind of honor to live up to here. We just save, and then we'll get started. Yeah, we need our best players for this one, so not hesitating for a single second here. Right, let's get started. They're playing a 4-4-2 like a bunch of degenerates. That's great. Our usual 4-2-3-1 here. And we are at Estádio do Dragão for this one, as the highlights start to come in early. They kick it just a bit outside on that first chance, so we're certainly starting off on a note. Oh. Zabarny with a goal. That's unfortunate. Not the start that we would have asked for, but it's only the first 15 minutes, so no need to panic. Just try to encourage the team to be the best that they can be, as we still get no shots of any sort. We're gonna need to step this up a little bit more. Okay, Costa, David Carmo. Okay, good clearance. Well, good clearance for us because we recovered it, and then they just get it back. Ugh. Yeah, he's on. That ref's flag is still down. And we're down in a hole super early on this one. Ugh. Well, this went from bad to worse very, very quickly. Okay, Stevo on the counter. One-on-one with the keeper. That was your chance. Ah, man. That's rough. I mean, it's not good being down 3-0 like this, but some crazier things have happened in FM in the past. There it is. Good work, Stevo.
Outstanding.
We're at least not getting we're not getting clean sheeted or shut out of this one entirely, so at least there is that. Still some space to improve, especially against the bigger teams, against Benfica and Porto, who we do struggle against still at these levels. So it's a work in progress. Right now, just being placed within the top 4 of Portugal it's a good start. And then eventually try to work our way to like toppling these giants here and there. The adjustments might have helped a little bit here, as we're starting to see a little more chances against them. There we go. Well, we at least we're back within range. All right, I'll take that. It did not start well. It did not start off well early here, but we're back to within one again. So let's see what happens here. Boy. Great save. Even if he was offside on that one, that's still a huge save to make. Yeah, we're underdogs here, but just we were able to get out of a 3-0 hole to get back within one, so there's a chance we could do something still. Sokonate, Mitchell. Hit the post. Let's see what the assistant says in terms of adjustments and whatnot. Yeah, let's go at the weaker foots for some of these guys. Super aggressive with the tackling. Just trying to get... Okay, Boy Shadow on the goal kick. Boots it up. Can't quite get that onto the heads of one of our guys, so good block. Whew, okay. Thought they were going to call penalty there for a second, the way this was looking. Son Yoon has not been doing well at all here so far in this game, even though he's supposed to be our best player, so Sunsabel can come in for him. Let's see, Boda Bro hasn't been doing all that well, so let Patsky Ruiz come through. Joseru, we'll get Mabaya in to get some fresh legs. Then ratings wise. Okay, he has scored a goal, but he's starting to get worn out a little bit, so we're gonna trust these changes and see what we can do. All right. Try to encourage everybody here still. Slide Tavares in, switched him out, as one's better with his left foot, the other's better with his right foot, so... Could be too little too late on this one, but yeah. That's unfortunate. We do get taken out in the 5th round of the Portuguese Cup, but the fact that we managed to at the very least come back from a 3-0 hole, even if they held us down in the second half, I'm good with that. Like, in general, still a really good performance, all things considered, because that could have gone downhill very, very quickly after that 3rd goal. So, I'm good with that. It's unfortunate to be out of the cup this early, but that ideally clears out the schedule for us to focus a little bit more into the Europa games that we still have, and then just the league itself. So, I'm fine with that. Yeah, the performance was fine. It's just tough getting Porto as a draw in this portion of the cup itself. Normally, it's a team that we would see maybe in the quarterfinals, maybe the semis, but... Yeah. Yeah. Let's see then. So Fate Anstey's next. Unfortunately, yeah, understandable, especially given that it's close to 2 a.m. on your side there. But thanks for stopping by, Rock and Roll. I really appreciate it. And again, thanks for the hard work on the New Gen stuff as well too, because those faces have been part of these particular saves, both on here and then on the YouTube channel stuff that I've done. So thank you for that. The hard work is sincerely appreciated. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night out there, get some sleep, and then, yeah, we'll see you around. Just add these trainings here real quick. Appreciate it, man. Have a good night out there. Take care. Alright, and so Arsenal possibly might be making a deal for him. We'll see what that is. They haven't come to the table with anything just yet. Fading sees our next game here. We are trying to maintain first place in Liga Portugal for these results. Ooh. Excuse me. Firenze have been struggling, but we're also coming off of a big loss against Porto here, so just trying to see if the team can bounce back from that and keep league form, or if we might be hitting a slight skid, you know. Oh! There we go. Good work there, Mabaya. First 10 minutes, getting a goal in. Love that. It's a start. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Not much has really happened since that, but it's probably good for us in that situation. Whoop. Simkas tried to take that out, but could not. Right, Fade AC trying to work the ball through. And they do. I think that is a goal. And we get one right back. Ideally, maybe. We do. Let's go. Cho Sung-yoon here. Another banger for him. Let's go. Love that. Just a bit outside on that one, but a little bit scary. Yeah, though, let's, we've had our chances, which is good, but just, kind of need them to, you know, take it easy. Here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, yeah. Michelson's. Then we'll bring Mabuka a little bit later into the game. I hit the wrong shout, but whatever. Yeah, definitely hit the wrong shout. That's on me. Okay, Simkas, Stevon. Bad pass from Stevon, but good defending there to come back to it. Boy shut up with a big kick. Too big of a kick. Ooh, good interception there, Milostivo. Boyshido boots it back. Lishka Noksevich. Oh, good interception there, Cho Sung-yoon. Try to cross it, but their goalie blocks it accordingly here. He gets the boot up on that one. Header's one out. Stevo makes a run. Tavares. Mabuka. I think he's offside. Which is unfortunate because this would be his first goal for the club if it does stand. Nope, it does not. Sad. Yeah, he didn't even mistime it by that much. It was just a half step ahead. Ah, man. That's unfortunate. But we won. That is the important part. And yeah, we're still keeping ahead on points here. So, building a nice cushion. Then Rio Ave is our next game. Then Historia Praia. So yeah, January being super busy for us. Ooh, excuse me. Diana's back. Cho Sang-yoon has signed his extension. Lovely stuff. And that gives us more of a bargaining window with his minimum fee release clause being 50 million instead of 28 where it was at before. Lovely stuff. This is for next season. But he wants too much, so we're gonna say no thank you. Let's see here. Okay, so Milan's still trying to go after him regardless. Even though we signed him to a new deal, they're just like, nope, we're still gonna try to get him. They're gonna have to pay more money now. It is what it is if they really want him that badly. Hey, Macwan Portuguese. What's going on, bro? Hopefully all is good. Okay, Diomande, we're selling him. Fair enough. Let's continue here. Let's see here. So Jokeris, we're still gonna try to see if we can get. Nope, he's still keeping his options open. Damn it! Come on, man, just sign, please, for the love of God. Okay, so Jodrick, we'll see what's going on with him in a moment. Yeah, good to hear. Good to hear. Hopefully, all glad to hear all's good. Things are fine here too. Just playing FM as per usual. He wants a new contract. So let's discuss a new contract. We are interested. He is a good player for us. 2024. I can do this so that it starts at the end of the season. Perfect. That way he's not upsetty spaghetti with me. And we get him extended for a couple of seasons. But yeah, Jose Merino, he can get loaned out. He needs the experience anyways, so just like take him away. Training is starting, ending training, player traits, there we go, and then the coaching stuff. Right, we'll play Hio Avi and then see how I'm feeling here for next go around. Here. So Louisville City, because we do have a sort of agreement with them. We'll get a full report on a couple of these guys. Sure, they're like affiliates of ours. They're probably not in the right levels to even play at this portion, but you never know. Sometimes you might find a decent like prospect gem type of deal. Season itself, it's gone pretty well. We are still... Right now, we are top of the league in Liga Portugal. We did lose in the 5th round of the Taça de Portugal, the Portuguese Cup against Porto, unfortunately. But outside of that, we're still in all of the other competitions. We've been doing pretty well with the Europa League as well, too. So that's it. That has been nice. So we got Hio Avi coming up now. They're not in the best place in the table, but at the same time, they can be stubborn at times. So we're just gotta do all we can here to beat these guys. Beat them all up. So Botsky Louise, yep. Okay, we'll let him start. Boderbro can come in later. Yeah, let's get this going. We'll do the instructions. We'll leave the assistant to give us the instructions as per usual, and then just follow those accordingly. All right. Big game in the horizon at Estádio União de Tomar. Jaramillo, Jabbar, okay, so they've got the ball to start. Cho Sang-yong, good pressing there from him. The block on that shot, probably the only thing that may have kept it from going into the net. Sorry about that. Bouncing the chair around and it hit the table here just now, so bit of a bumping noise due to that. Josero Lukanic, Jojic, Rojas, Lukanic, Diana. Being patient with it, I like it. Ruiz, Treyes, Lukanic, Josero, Jojic. Has a chance here to make a run. Chooses to wait. Tavares. I mean, we are getting chances so far into this one, but None of them have resulted into goals just yet, but it is super, super early into the game. Tavares, Jojic. Open window here. The dribbles. Oh, man. That's some just great defense on their part, because otherwise that was going in. Songyun. Oof. Far post doesn't quite get it. Right, we've kind of been dominant. We just had the one shot on target, unfortunately. But besides that, everything else, we've been on them. Sedkovic, Sandu Luiz. Okay, forcing them to play it out of the back here. Good pressure. There we go. Good pressure on their side, too, off of that. So the passes can't be completed. Sandu Luiz still. Oh, bad pass on their side. Joseru. Jojic. Joseru again. Chance to capitalize here if we play this right. Oh, Lukanic from distance almost gets that to go in. Okay, Song Yun drawing them short. Lukanic. Cho Sung Yun. Oh. Okay, he's not like injured, but he picked up a knock of some sort to go down like that. That's not good, I would say. We'll substitute him at the half here just to be sure. But dominant game, but just no goals. This isn't good enough. Like, at this point, we should be up 2-3-0 right now. And just, yo, I would like you all to do a little bit better, please. Sumaboka will come in. Besides him, we'll give these guys another shot here to make up for it. Just with Sung Yun, the way he kind of went down during that highlight, I just don't want to take any chances in case he gets injured outright. Come on, man. Yeah, we need to substitute people here immediately. Actually, we don't have anybody. They definitely shifted their defense a little bit here. Let me just adjust for that. The opponent instructions. Sumsapel, Joseru, Milostivo. Good pass there. Ruiz. Sumsapel. There it is.
Outstanding.
Took a while, but yeah, the backups making it happen here after the substitutions. Alright, do we manage to hold on to this one? We do. Dominant game. The fact that we only had one goal to show for it is a little bit disappointing. But coming out with a win, I'll take that. All things considered. Still up on the table here. 6 points ahead of Porto. Then Storio Praia is next, and then we have Young Boys in the Europa League. The team, not literally Young Boys. Jay White, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And with all the dashes and stuff. So Caetano, yeah, we'll move him to the B team for now. We may need to bring him back for the Allianz Cup semis when that eventually happens, but for now, him getting playing time. Never mind, he tore his hamstring immediately after going down to the B team. In protest, I guess. That is tough. Sorry, buddy. Thank you, I appreciate it. That was an adventure to make last year. I may have to make one about them totally redeeming themselves if they end up winning both the Brasileiro and the Libertadores this year, though. Like, as at least a way of being fair to them in that regard, because they're kind of close to doing both at this point, so. But yes, thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, so lineups wise, we'll give it another day just to let guys recover before we set up the lineup for it. So one of our coaches moved over to Athletic Bilbao. Okay, so we need to get a new assistant in that situation. Or just get a new coach as a whole. We have like 2 assistants, but how many regular coaches? 2 fitness and then 3 goalkeeper coaches. I mean, I'm not opposed to getting a 3rd assistant, actually. João Sacramento doesn't really play the formations I like to play, though. Most of these guys, that is usually part of the problem. 4-4-2s, no. No, not quite. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me just answer these questions really quick. Right. Then the Alright, let me save real quick and then we'll get into it. And actually, what I'm going to do instead, Matos can slide in. Let Salawe start this one. Milostivo at the position. Rojas, there we go. Marco Tavares can use the game off at this point because we'll need him for the Champions League game. So... Okay. Good header there, Salai. Oh, good cross there from Salai and Esteban with the goal.
Outstanding.
Great play there to make that happen. Had plenty of space to work with and just pinpoint cross onto the head. Another highlight though incoming. Botapro with the interception. Hinetayana, Isaac Mabaya to Rodrigo Matos, who makes a terrible pass. And they somehow don't score off of that, which, you know what? I'm okay with that. That is ridiculous, though. This game should be 1-1 with better finishing on that play. Just keep remembering you have the ability to make a difference today, so go for it and all that stuff. Sabotapro with the header. The interceptions and stuff. Oh boy. Stevon. Good interception there. Some Sapel. Back to Stevon. Oh! Red. Blatant red. Ref. He tried to murder my player. How dare he? Unbelievable, man. Like, that's crazy. Ooh, Marius Milostivo. Not the person I expected to just score a 25-yarder like that. That's okay. I acknowledge that.
Outstanding.
In fact, an outstanding goal. We'll make some substitutions here in a couple of minutes. Just Rojas. Ooh, Stevon, there he is. His brace of the game. Lovely stuff from him. So we'll get Michosens to slide in. Joseru in. Actually, yeah, switch him and Milostivo out. Ruiz for Rojas. Nemabuka in. There we go. Hey, Double O, how are you? It's been a while. How have you been? Hopefully all is well over there. Okay, we've got possibly another highlight here. Is it a fourth goal maybe? Doesn't look like it so far. Michosens, Milostivo. Michosens again here, trying to find a way through their coverage here. Awkward. Oh, Stevon almost had the hat trick on that one. Understandable. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fine. Just feel free to basically on the end of the spectrum, like I understand for your time zone, yeah, being too late and stuff. Just feel free to watch as much as you can on that end. No obligations whatsoever. I appreciate you stopping by. Float across almost gets that to go in, but that's possibly an injury for them here. That's tough. But looks like it's going to be a comfortable win for us here to still keep us on the top of the table in Liga Portugal. The guys have kind of been... And this is a rotated team too for the most part, so they've been holding their own quite well. Maboka, Stevão, and there's his hat-trick. His 7th goal of the season. Marc-Andre Maboka getting his first assist with the club. Lovely. With Neymar, I'm not sure, to be honest. I've been hearing that Al Hilal might let him go in January. That's been some of the rumors running across. But I'm just not sure where he'd go. If I had to guess, he might go to MLS and to Miami again to play with Messi and Suarez if that's the situation. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with him. Whatever happens, I'm just going to wait and see what happens with it. But I am indifferent on whether he goes back to the national team or if he just decides to play club football going forward. Whatever the decision is, that's his to make. But yeah, it's tough because coming back from a knee injury like that is not easy. And if he's getting re-injured again, then maybe that's his body's way of saying, hey, maybe you should slow down considerably. But Stevão with a great game for us here. We do head into our next Europa League game against young boys from Switzerland. We've got somebody going on trial here just because I'm curious as to how they might fit as a depth player for us. Never hurts to have that. He could be decent, he just might not be at the skill level necessary right now. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, this is a different save. On my YouTube channel, I started an offline save with this team, União de Tomar, taking them from the 4th tier all the way to the 1st tier, and then played 8 seasons with them, did separate videos for each season. This is the continuation of those videos. So I'm in season 9 right now. The video series ended in season 8 where I won the UEFA Europa Conference League. So now I'm playing the continuation of that. So we're playing in the Europa League due to winning the Conference League, and then trying to see if we can win the Portuguese league itself. Now, since we've only come as close as 3rd and 4th place in past years, and 2nd place last season, if I remember it correctly. So, but yeah, I've been like once every other week I've been firing up the save and just playing it on both Twitch and on YouTube as well. Yeah, definitely. This was a save that I started way back in like October of last year, actually, and then carried it through. Had a couple of other video ideas that I worked in between, and then just yeah, this has kind of been the baby of my channel for the FM24 cycle. To be honest, it's been fun though. I've really enjoyed it. Let's see here. I actually got to check what time I've got. Okay, so we signed a new assistant manager. That'll be a part of the team here. That's great. Yeah, definitely. And mainly because of the delay with FM25 until March, this at the very least gives me a fun save to play online and to just continue that story that I had started without the heavy obligation of playing an entire season, editing it out into a video, and then doing stuff of that nature with it. Just it lets me have a little bit more fun with it, which is nice. So, Boca. Okay, so we register him. Yeah, we don't need to. Okay, just had to make sure everybody could still be registered. We're fine. Perfect. Because Michelson's is under 21, so he doesn't need to be registered for the Europa League, thankfully. They delayed it until March because I guess they were having issues with the match engine and things of that nature. So they just said, hey, the game is not where we wanted to be, so we're delaying it until March, which is unfortunate. But for me, FM24 has been a good game to me. I've had fun with it, so I'm alright with just using it for a couple more months and just getting my enjoyment out of that. So yeah, the clash, we are going to Switzerland for this one, so tough away game, but I'm confident we've got what it takes to win here. It can. At least the modding community on FM is very good at this point, to where if you wanted to play more of a recent save, yeah, with an updated database, yeah, you can always do that. Basically, just play something with a more updated database that the communities are making, or do an alternate timeline by choosing not to go with the real world transfers. For my next video idea that I'm working on the channel right now, I ended up playing like a journeyman type of save, but with the your world option instead of the original or real world options, just to let it be kind of an alternate world, kind of kooky in terms of like certain guys going to different places. So Endrick, for example, he didn't end up going to Real Madrid, he ended up going to Liverpool instead. Stevo ended up going to Newcastle instead of Chelsea. Mbappe stuck around with PSG for the rest of his career. So there were some interesting results out of that particular save, which I thought was pretty cool. It's just the game is what you make out of it, and just it can get boring if you're just kind of going through the same routine and doing similar things from one save to another, or you can try to kind of shake it all up, you know. So alrighty, so let me just save really quick here, and then we'll get started on this one. And actually, yeah, we'll get him involved here. Perfect. Tavares and then Stevo. Yeah, just kind of put it forth our strongest lineup possible here. right, we're in Switzerland for this one here. All right, so early highlight here. Throw in for them. Klein, Kamara. Oh, good interception there from Song Yun. Travis, it's going. Thank you for showing up for modding duties. It's been a good distraction at the very least. I haven't looked at anything involving the election, and I'm not planning on it until later tonight. And Marco Tavares scoring big goal there to kick us off. Let's go. Good bit of passing there, and then he just found the open lane to slide in and hit it with the left. Jesus fucking Christ. I have to emphasize, this is heavy sarcasm here from my mod. Otherwise, I have to pull up the bigger banhammer as we get scored on. So that's a 1-1 game now. Great. But even though they're in 20th place, they're still like a decent team. So tempering expectations here. Oh, come on, ref. You cannot be serious about that. Ref. That's just an unfortunate penalty kick to give up there. And we're behind now, 2-1. This could be going from bad to worse. Who knows? Yeah, they're really putting the pressure on us right now. Holy crap. That's tough. Alright, so they're kind of catching us wide here in certain circumstances. We need to just push on them at this juncture. Force them inside, force them to cross, so that way we can just head those balls away and then just try to mount a comeback out of this. XX Tiny Gore, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. A couple of X's there, so apologies if I did not read that correctly in any way, shape, or form. Chosanyon, Jojic. Oh, the back and forth passing here almost yielded something. They're still going though, so possibly there's a chance here to make something happen. There we go. Hopefully the flag is staying down on the side that I can't see here for the ref. Good stuff. 3-2. There we go. We're within one still, so not all is lost. Oh, good steal there. Tavares. Michelson's. Tavares. Ruiz. Rosero, Michelson's. They're trying to work the ball through here, but not finding the right lane to do it. Stevon hits the post. Damn it. Oh. Igor, I would say there's a couple. Are you trying to look more so for just like in general, or do you have a specific position you want to fill in, like an attacker, a defender, goalkeeper, etc.? I'm just curious. Oh, and they just scored. Maybe. Are they gonna review that, or what's going on? Okay, it is a goal for them. A young winger you can count on for big games. Because there's definitely a couple of that regard. Jonakusi Asare is not a bad choice. Given the circumstances, it's probably still more affordable than a couple of guys. Mostly, when it comes to young wingers, most of them tend to be like already signed to bigger clubs, and it's kind of a pain to get them. Like, it's way too much money, more than what it's worth. Trying to think of a couple that could fit the criteria. Which team are you playing with, out of curiosity? Let's see here. Just make some substitutions really quickly here. Let's try to spring a counterattack here. Of course they're playing a 4-4-2. Jerks. It might be too little too late, unless... Yeah, it might be a little too late. Like, guys, please go forward. There's no... Thank you. Like this, yeah. There we go. Like that. Yeah, exactly. So Rotherham United. I'm certain I can come up with at least a couple of names for that, because you're at least in a decent enough, like, division to kind of get. Nico Paz isn't a bad call. I guess if Barcelona is still, like, letting him get loaned out and stuff, Ansu Fati would be decent as well, since he had that stint with Brighton recently. Outside of that, yeah, I'm certain there's, like... Oop. Oh, he hit the post. Man. Ah, that's tough. Okay. We're still putting the pressure on, which is good, but that could result in a bad counterattack. Falkenberg leading the ball through. They're just trying to kill the clock at this point, which is understandable. Good block on our side. Song Yun has a chance to lead the charge here. Don't do anything too thick-headed. Oh! Let's go! Lukanic! Oh, what a goal! And we just came back from the precipice to at least steal a point here. Possibly. And we do. I will take a 4-4 draw like that at any point if we can manage muster comebacks of these sorts. Let's go. Love that form. Love that altogether. Let's see here. I mean, I'm trying to think of a couple here just in terms of like sort of younger Wonder Kids type guys. You could go for Badruddin Bouanani. He's over in Nice, I want to say, off the top of my head. I'll get the spelling of his name here. And with Nice, he might be expensive, but I don't think it will be like too expensive compared to some other guys that are around. You know, just with some of the bigger clubs. I like Marcos Leonardo over in Santos as well. He can play both in the left wing as well as a striker. Valentin Barco over at Boca Juniors is also pretty decent. He can kind of play all across the left wing position. So as a left back, he can play attacking he can play on the wings as a left winger for you too. So pretty decent. I mean, with the South American guys, it's usually they're not too crazy in terms of the amounts that you would have to afford to try to get them. But that said, on the save here, we managed to come back. It's similar to how we had our game against Milan, where we earlier in this season where we were down like 3-1 and then managed to draw at 3-3. So I'll take it. Parameter searches as well, because you can find some gems here and there using that as well, especially since you are with Rotherham United. Ideally, you know, you should be in a good position where you can get a couple of those guys from outside of kind of the Power 5 league system there, but hopefully it goes well for you, and let us know how the save goes as well. And no, Travis, we're not recommending somebody Jordan Morris. He needs to stay in Seattle for life, remember? We can't have him getting whisked away. Alright. With that said, boys, it is close to 7 p.m. on my side, and I have not eaten dinner yet, so I am going to go ahead and do that. But thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out with me for the save here. A couple fun, exciting games as a whole. We're going to go over to Dil40K's channel, rate him, say hello, introduce yourselves and what have you. Thanks again for coming through. I sincerely appreciate it, especially since the stream was very last minute as a whole. But we'll see you all next time. Take care. Till then, bye.